This is from an excerpt from the textbook, An Introduction to Brain and Behavior, 4th edition. I won't tell you the authors because I can't pronounce their names well enough. An Introduction to Brain and Behavior, 4th edition. This was the textbook I had when I was at Brigham Young between 2016 and 2019. So I'm assuming not much has changed. This is about neurons and behavior. This is a very deep principle to hear. And so I'm going to repeat it ad nauseum. Means until I get sick, until I can't say it anymore. Here it goes. Where do modern students of the brain stand on the perspectives of mentalism, dualism, and materialism? In his influential book, The Organization of Behavior, published in 1949, psychologist Donald O. Hebb describes the scientific acceptance of materialism in a folksy manner. Quote, modern psychology takes completely for granted that behavior and neural function are perfectly correlated, that one is completely caused by the other. There is no separate soul or life force to stick a finger into the brain now and then to make neural cells do what they would not otherwise. This is the point I want you to hear. Behavior and neural function are perfectly correlated. Behavior and neural function are perfectly correlated. Behavior and neural function, neural activity, are perfectly correlated. In other words, your behavior is a product of your neurons. And that's all there is to it. Your behavior, anything you do, comes down to neurons. Do you agree or disagree? Can you agree and disagree at the same time? That's the dialectical method. That's what I believe in. I believe this guy is true, but I believe there's another truth that seems like it's opposite that is also true. We are not simply neural firings. We're just not neurons having a good day. We're not just neurons dancing in the brain. We're more than that. There's more to life and there's more to behavior than neurons. I'm not saying neurons aren't a very, very, very big contributing factor. Believe me, I know that your brain chemistry affects your behavior. I'm a guy who's been on psychiatric medicine, diagnosed with severe mental disturbances. So I know that brain chemicals do influence behavior. But to say they're perfectly correlated and to say that everything you do is just, well, that's how your neurons kind of meshed up. That's how they meshed up this time. That's why you're behaving that way, because of the neurons in your nervous system. It's very reductionistic. It's very simple. And it's a scapegoat. It's just saying, well, it's just chemicals in your brain. It's just the chemical, neuroelectrical, neurochemical impulses. That's what John Kabat-Zinn would say. He'd say everything you produce that's known as consciousness is more or less neurons just firing. Whatever that means. Neurons firing. What does that even mean? Neurons firing. You just telling me my brain is functioning properly? Is that what you're telling me? That I'm behaving how I'm behaving because of how my brain is? When you step on a cat's tail, they squeal. So the thigh bone's connected to the rib bone. Anyway, look, guys, there's more to behavior than neurons. There's such a thing as choice. Oh, choice is just neurons dancing in a choicey way. No. I have a say in what I do. And I'm not just neurons firing. Because if I was, I wouldn't have any say in anything. Look, I'm just doing a dance. I'm jogging in place. Did my neurons make me do that, or did I choose that? I got some funny neurons if they made me do that. I have a say in my behavior. Whoever I am, whatever I mean by me, Nealon Craig Bradley, the person I'm referring to. If I have a say in it, which I do. Look, I'm raising my left hand. That's just neurons and behavior being perfectly correlated. You think my neurons made me raise my left hand? Or did me? I'm more than my neurons. Do you not get that? I am more than my pancreas. I am more than my liver. I am more than my kidney. You cannot reduce me to mere body parts and say that my body parts decide my behavior for me. I'm sorry, but no. There's a little I am in there. A little something that can say no. And you're just going to say, well, we examine the brain. There's these neuron axicals and, synaptic dendrites and all this BS. And it's like, yeah, the brain has a circuitry and a way of working. But I also can tell you I don't want any ice cream without you saying, what are your neurons thinking? You smell me? I'm not just neurons. I'm not. I'm more than my neuronal firings. Do you understand me? I'm not just the synapses in my brain. Because believe me, I've been on a lot of different psychiatric meds. I've had my brain chemicals tinkered with since I was 16. But there's still somebody who makes a choice beyond the neurons. Okay? You understand? Yo, Steven Pinker, holler at me. Jonathan Haidt, holler at me. Jordan Peterson, keep doing what you're doing. But these other guys who think they can sneaky, and just say everything's neurons, I'm coming after you. I'm ready.